Today we're going to learn about sound waves. And that's just a fancy term on how sound travels through the air. And here is what one sound wave would look like. Nice and close so you can see. There's one sound wave. And with the sound waves we can tell how loud, how soft, how high, or how low the music or sound is. And first off, we're going to do high and lows. So if it's high, the spaces between these two spaces here, if they're close together, it's a high sound. But I'm going to do a different color, blue, so you know what a low sound would look like. My blue's not showing up very good, so I'm going to do take two. I'm going to draw my straight line so I know how high or how low it's going to be. My red marker again. And this would be more of a low sound, because it goes so far off that you can't even see the next high peak. So that's the difference between high and low. Can you guess these sound waves just by listening to it, if the sound wave is going to be high or low? If you can point to which side it's going to be. If you think this side is correct, put your hands over here. If you think it's on this side, put your hands over here. Ready? Put your listening ears on. 3, 2, 1. Challenge complete. For high and lows, now to do loud or soft. It's kind of the same concept for our sound waves. We have our regular line. For it to be a loud sound, it go all the way to the top, bottom. So like that. So for how loud or how soft is from the black line to how tall it is. The taller the wave, the louder the sound. So I'm going to use my black marker to show you what a soft or quiet sound wave would look like. See how much closer it is to the line? So that means it would be a softer sound. So the next challenge is loud and soft. Same concept. If you think the correct answer is over here, put your hands over here. If you think the correct answer is over here, put your hands over here. challenge starts in 3, 2, 1. Challenge complete. Now I have one final challenge for you, and for this one, we kind of put it all together. So if we have individual sound waves, each sound has its own wave. But if we do more than one, so we have our black line here to show us. If I draw, this is our first sound wave. And it's more of a loud, low sound because it's a little bit farther apart from our line. And the spaces in between are farther apart. So it'd be one sound, but what happens if I add another sound to it? Let's do a high, soft sound with it. So the red here is my high, soft sound. So for this sine wave, we have both low and loud, and high and soft. But that's with two sine waves. I'm going to add my third color, pink. And let's see if you can guess if it's going to be high or low, loud or soft. So, can you see the pink there? It's kind of a little hard to see with the red. What do you think? Is it high or is it low? It is high because they're kind of close together. But the red's even higher because they're even closer together. Okay, so for the pink, do you think is it loud or soft? Loud, because from the black line here all the way to the top, it's very far apart, so it's loud. So my final challenge for you, do you hear two sound waves or do you hear three sound waves? If you think the correct answer is over here, put your hands over here. If you think the correct answer is over here, put them over here. Your final challenge begins in 3, 2, 1. final challenge complete. Now, I've been drawing a lot of the sound waves, but now it is your turn. You'll be given a piece of paper. I want you to trace all of the sound waves that you have there. At the very bottom, you're going to make your own sound wave. You can make it high and loud. You can make it soft and quiet. You can make it low. The choice is yours. You can do mix match or you can do all one sound. After you completed the paper, go ahead and share with your friend. But don't forget to turn it in because I want to see it too. So we know what sound waves look like on paper, but what does it look like in the real world? I mean, paper and pencil is kind of cool, but I want to see real action going on. And that's just what we're going to see. We're going to see sound waves in action. This is how we're going to see sound waves in actions. I have my speaker in a glass bowl with saran wrap over the top. And on the very top, we want it as smooth as possible because we want to have a smooth dance floor. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt to the top. Just like that. And when I play the music, it should move. So the sound waves will move through the air and make the salt dance. Let's see if it does. It danced so hard that it danced off the dance floor. Okay, let me see if I can try something a little bit heavier than salt. Alright, so we know that the salt was really dancing. So I found some sesame seeds that would be a little bit heavier than salt. So do you think, will it dance more or dance less? So I'm going to put some sesame seeds on it. Alright. Let's see. Will the sound waves make the sesame seeds dance? The sesame seeds still danced. Okay, I have one more thing to try that's bigger than salt and bigger than sesame seeds. Alright, the dance floor is cleared and ready for our final dancer. Salt has had their turn, sesame seeds has had their turn, and now our final dancer, rice. Let's see, they're a lot bigger than salt and bigger than sesame seeds. Do you think, will they dance? Or will they be too big that the sound waves can't move them? Let's see our final dancer, rice, will it dance? The rice did dance! Not as much as the salt or the sesame seeds, but the sound waves are still strong enough to move the rice. These sound waves are so much fun that I want to get up and dance. So I'm thinking, why can't we have the salt, the sesame seed, the rice, and us all do one final dance party? So if you're not already standing, go ahead and stand up. Make sure that there's nothing around you because we don't want to trip on anything. We don't want to knock anything over. Alright, make sure we're all set because we're going to do one final dance party and do the sound wave boogie. Alrighty. Final dance party begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.